Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be unboxing and comparing some of Brian's Mitsubishi Eclipses from the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. So let's get into it. That is right. So as you can see here in front of you, have a couple versions here of Brian's Mitsubishi Evo from the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. So this one here in front of you is a Hot Wheels mainline. This car came in a 5-pack. There is another variation that came in one of the Walmart sets that has the different wheels on it, but this is the Hot Wheels version. Definitely not too many details going on this bad boy, but it is just a $1 casting. And here we have the Evo from Racing Champions. So this one I did a video on. I bought it loose off eBay. This is a very hard one to track down, and especially in loose form and still having the spoiler on there is a big deal. So you can go on eBay right now and probably find 10 of these for sale with no wing on it. And you probably won't find one carded either. So definitely very hard to find. And last but not least here, we have the Tomica Unlimited version. So I just got this one for my birthday actually, and I'm excited to crack it open and compare it to Racing Champions and Hot Wheels. So let's crack it open. So I'm hoping here that this packaging just kind of pops open. So this is universal and is licensed by Mitsubishi. So this is a licensed model, which is nice. So let's see. Okay. Try not to make a huge mess here, but this does come with a cool display box, which is neat. So I'll show you that real quick. So the car will fit back in this box, and it has the little series number there. So this is definitely very cool too. If you have a bunch of these, you can kind of stack them up on display. So we will set this back here. And now let's get into the actual vehicle. So out here in the sun, I mean, this thing is looking pretty good. Look at that flake in the paint. Dang, that is really nice. So I would say side graphics look very good. The rear, you can see the taillight. Yeah, so those are actual like clear taillights on there. It's not just like painted on, like it's actual taillights molded in. And you can see we have just a silver exhaust tip. So these cars are also riveted together, similar to Hot Wheels. So you can see it has so kind of hard to see, but it does have the Mitsubishi badge, and it says Evolution there on the trunk. Wing looks nice. And the front, definitely some very nice details on the front. You have all the hood vents, which are painted on, but you can also see actual like indentations there, which give it like a lot more depth, which is very nice. And then headlights, same as the taillights, it is actually like a molded plastic piece in there. And it does have the Mitsubishi logo up front. No intercooler details, which is a little bit of a bummer, but definitely not bad. I would say the only thing going against this car are the wheels. So they do look nice, but it is like a solid piece. And I just wish that the spokes like kind of popped out a little bit more and you could actually see through. So just having it, that one solid piece of a wheel. Let's see if you look at, so here's the Racing Champs. So it's actually like the spokes and not like one single like molded piece. So I think that is probably the only downfall on this. But if we put this up next to the Hot Wheels, I mean, it's almost like no comparison. You have, you know, the nicer wing, nicer details. I mean, the paint on the Hot Wheels, honestly, isn't too bad. You can see the details on the hood. So the Hot Wheels does have the indentations there, but just no paint. It does have the roof scoop. I'll have to put the picture up right now. I don't think the movie car had a roof scoop, but I guess the picture will be up now and you will be able to see if it did or not. But Hot Wheels, no details on the front, and then the back, just absolutely plain. So Hot Wheels did retool this casting, and they released it in the Series 2 of the Walmart sets for the Tokyo Drift Evo. So I'm hoping that that means we'll be getting another version of the Too Fast, Too Furious Evo here coming up, and maybe it will be in Series 4 of the Walmart sets. So fingers crossed there. So I think the big comparison here is going to be between the Racing Champions and the Tomica version. I would definitely say right off the bat that price and availability of the Tomica is going to play a big part in this one. Paint, actually I think I do like the Tomica paint better. It's like just a little bit different of that green. So this one's a little more yellow. This one is a little more like kind of greenish. I don't know how to really explain it, but hood details, I would have to give it to the Racing Champion. So you actually can see like they tried to paint it to make it look like mesh. Front details, even though the Racing Champion is just painted and not actual like plastic lens headlights, I think the front actually just looks better on the Racing Champions. So neither car has the roof scoop, which is kind of leading me to think that it did not have it in the movie. Rear, I am probably going to have to give it to Racing Champions as well. So I think overall, even on the underside here, you have way more detail. You can see even just with the exhaust, like there's actually like a muffler on the Racing Champs, and then the exhaust goes all the way back. You can see the catalytic converter. So a lot more detail. And like I said earlier, with the wheels, I mean, that's just a huge leg up right there with the better wheels. So I'll get down here on the diorama and we'll get a close-up look of all three cars together. First up here, we have the Hot Wheels. So you can definitely see, comparing it to the other cars, that just the overall shape and like size and stuff of this Hot Wheels version, something just looks like a little weird. It looks really tall and kind of bubbly, and it sits up high. I think the wheels look a little too big, and then obviously it just has like no details anywhere. So definitely Hot Wheels needs to redeem themselves and remake this car. This is like one of the super iconic cars from the Fast and Furious franchise. So I think they are definitely missing out not having a cool version of that car. Moving on here to the Tomica, you can definitely just see that the proportions and stuff on the car just look 10 times better. Car is a lot shorter. It's less bubbly. Like these older Evos are definitely a little more like on the boxy side. They are not like very curvy. It's very like jagged lines, I would say. And then just overall wheels and just aesthetics of the car, just 10 times better. And then coming over here to the Racing Champs. So the car in the movie had silver wheels, so these white ones, I think, kind of throw it off a little bit, but overall, the car is just looking super cool. Just another quick look at the cars here, kind of more from the backside. So you can see just no details at all on the Hot Wheels one. Proportions weird. It's just really not a very great casting. Here we have the Tomica, looking really nice. I mean, the taillights, like they definitely have like a little more depth to them, as they're not just painted on, like it's actual like taillight molded in there. So that definitely gives it a nice touch. Just those wheels, I don't know, I just keep looking at the wheels. I know you're probably tired of me talking about them, but I just can't get over the wheels on there. And then the Racing Champions, looking really, really nice. So I think it's actually probably just a toss-up between these two. Honestly, the paint on the Tomica is super, super nice. The color and the flake is great. Sizing, proportions, graphics and details. I mean, everything on both of these is really nice. So I don't think you could go wrong. So let me know down below what one of these you would pick for your favorite. The Hot Wheels, the Tomica, or the Racing Champions. So like I said, this channel, we're going to be doing some big changes here with the collection and really leaning heavy on Fast and Furious. And I have some huge videos coming up here. We have some really cool stuff on the way that I'm really excited about, and going to be branching off into more brands. So like I said, focusing on Fast and Furious cars and expanding away from Hot Wheels. We are still definitely going to be doing Hot Wheels, but branching into some of the other brands just so I can get more versions of all the cars and do more comparison videos like this. So if you are interested in that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video. Peace.